basically she then replied, "Oh, I saw you was joking," and then I replied, "No, what is your issue?" Then she said over here, "Sorry, I don't have a problem, but I don't do it." So basically, with this statement, said, "Okay, I don't have a problem doing the wax, but I'm not doing it on you." And then I then stated why not, and then I got the responses I've heard from so many of these respondents, which is the husband doesn't allow excuse. I then stated, "I'm a girl." So the other thing I want to clarify here is the address that I'm going to read it out because it was a fake address, if that's okay with you. Okay. The address that I was given by Miss Silva was 13927 68th Avenue. Now, this was the address that was used for service because I thought, okay, you know what? It's I never attended that address. When she stated my husband doesn't allow him, so I was literally halfway there, and I was like, okay, I'll just keep going home. But basically, the address that I was given, 13927 68th Avenue, that was used for the tribunal complaint. And what I found is that address actually, and you can search the tribunal record, Ms. Cousineau, that address was actually invalid. That address was invalid, and I don't understand why Ms. Silva would provide me a fake address to receive service. So they're wasting my time. I would have headed out, I would have headed out there, and there's nothing at that location. It's like a bunch of condos where we found that Ms. Silva doesn't reside at. So I was given a fake address. It also, with this, it also pushed the tribunal's time away. But what happened is I had the server at that address, the tribunal had the server. It came back to the tribunal. The tribunal, I believe, to my recollection, had to use a process server in order to serve Ms. Silva. What I did is we go back to this. I was mad. I was upset with this.
Okay, just a moment, because I haven't resolved this second page.
Oh.
So this second page, which is a continuation of the text conversation of April 30th, 2018, is just going to form part of Exhibit 26. So Exhibit 26 is 2 pages, because this is a single text conversation.
Yes.
Okay, so that will be page 2 of Exhibit 26. Okay, go ahead.
So basically, going back to the first exhibit, is I was upset, because I've been given so many fake addresses in the past, and I got mad that, this is wasting the tribunal's time here. There were, I believe, 3 or 4 complaints of the 16 that had to be, 3 of them had to be withdrawn due to fake information being given to the tribunal. As you know, Ms. Cousineau, it's been quite a roller coaster. So what I did at that point, I said, you know what, I'm going to try to get the info. I then reached out. I saw, okay, she works at this location. I wasn't sure if this is her business, like a secondary business, or what. I reached out to Gracia Barra Vancouver, which appears on her profile. I checked, hey, does she work here? I let them, they asked me why. I let them know a little bit of background that, I was refused service. I'm transgender. I don't find this okay at all. I just want to let you know, this is the behavior, and that's going on and such. I spoke to this person over live chat on their website, and basically, they then said yes, she does work here. So what I did is I used the work address in order to for the tribunal to establish the communication with Miss Silva.
Any other questions?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah. So I used that. There was a little bit of back and forth in there. I was mad. She was mad as well, and she basically said, okay, don't think it was, I don't have this anymore, but what I believe I did is I used like a text now number to text Ms. Silva. I said, you know, I don't appreciate this. This is not okay. She then called me. We had quite a heated conversation on the phone, very, very heated actually. And she then told me, I don't want any more communication with you. Police are aware. This is done. So I ended conversations with Ms. Silva. So that's basically my evidence, but I do have quite a bit of concerns with I do have concerns obviously with Ms. Silva. I presume assuming my gender identity, which I've stated before, and Mr. Cameron says, you know, the way people presume the gender identity is how they should refuse or deny service, which I don't believe is correct at all, because, you know, your gender identity is your own, and that's basically this is basically a big thing here, which I want to address. Is your gender identity is your own, and how people presume it. They shouldn't be assuming somebody's gender identity. Like I cannot go in and say, hey, Ms. Silva is female. I don't know. She might be identifying differently. So might Mr. Cameron. You just don't know these days because there's so many people that belong to the LGBTQ community, and they have different gender identities. There's a whole slew of gender identities out there. So, you know, while this might have been accepted back in the 1990s, we live in a different day and age now, as you all know. And you can't presume someone's gender identity based on their appearance. We need to ask them on what their gender identity is.
Thank you. Any more evidence about what happened here?
No.
So now it's Mr. Cameron's time to ask you questions.
Yep.
And again, I'm just going to remind you for the recording's sake and for my sake that you need to wait for him to finish his question and then provide your answer, and likewise wait for the answer when you get the question. Go ahead.
Thank you. Good morning. Now, when you originally reached out to Mr. Silva, that was on April 30th, 2018?
I don't recall the exact date.
You have filed some exhibits here in this case just now. The first one is Exhibit 24.
Yep.
You had a look at Mr. Silva's page
Yes.
Prior to making the request for services?
Yep.
Okay, and you could see on there that she is somebody who has a Brazilian-sounding last name.
Yep.
And that appears to be somebody who is of some sort of ethnic background.
No, I just want to, yeah, I do. I want to state something here, that I also am Brazilian, so I don't have any issue with people that are Brazilian. My grandfather was born in Brazil.
That's not the question that I'm asking.
Yeah.
I would appreciate it if you just answer my question. My question is you saw that Mr. Silva was, her picture here is on the internet, and you've seen that she is of some ethnic background, correct?
No, because, you know, all I see here is she's from Brazil. But anyone can like you can, Mr. Cameron, I don't know where, in all due respect, I don't know where you came from. I don't need to know. But no, everyone looks different. Ms. Cousineau looks different from you. I look different from Ms. Cousineau. Okay. So no, I don't agree.
On the page of Exhibit 24 at the bottom, it says from Recife, Brazil.
Yeah.
You see that there?
Yeah. But again, I'm going back to what I just stated, is you can be from anywhere you want in the world. It doesn't matter, Mr. Cameron. You know, you can be from Jamaica from all that matters. It doesn't change anything to do with this.
Now, I'm going to direct your attention to Exhibit 26.
Just let me know what to start off with, please.
There's a phone number in the upper left-hand corner.
Okay.
So at the top of the page it says iMessage, a phone number, 2018-0430.
Yes. Okay. Yes, this was on the 30th.